Hey everybody, welcome. I gotta probably scoot over to give the feel of the news at Sports Center. Da-na-na, da-na. Hey everybody, welcome to another round of Canje Plays. And today we are celebrating 400 subs. Thank you so much, my YouTube subscribers. I appreciate you so very much. We got some information coming in. Cynthia, congratulations on 400 subs. I wish I could stay up, but failing at staying awake. That's okay, Cynthia. Good luck, and I'll watch back in the morning. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for giving me the well wishes. It's fantastic. Oh, more awesome stuff coming in. Kate, what's going on? Thank you so much, Kate, for giving me the cheers and the party. It's party time. So thanks so much for that. Oh, we've got Matt. Matt's giving me the congrats. Thanks, Matt. I appreciate it so much. I appreciate it. We've got Brian. Congratulations. Here's to many more. From your lips to the YouTubers out there. Definitely many more. I am here to stay. That's right. My buddy Steven. What's going on? Woot woot. You done it. You done it. I done it good. I done it good. You taking a shot at Jameson? That's awesome. That's awesome. Steph V, thanks so much. Thanks, I appreciate it. So, this is the 400 sub stream. This is the news desk. We've coming in with lots of information, a lot of good things to show today. So, a lot of things. First, I want to start off. YouTubers, this is you. This is for you, man. Thank you so much for coming in, enjoying me and my terrible puns and terrible dice rolls and just kind of sticking with me through the whole thing. So I appreciate you beyond belief. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you to my Patreon members. You drive me and push me forth every day. We have some really great chats. We laugh it up in the like crazy. So thank you so much. I appreciate you before like more than you know. So thanks everybody. This is great. So what are we gonna do today? How are we gonna celebrate this stream? Okay. Well, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna have a Q&A. You're gonna ask me questions, but I'm also gonna talk about the top 10, the top 5, my top 5 Kickstarter that I'm anticipating for I'll probably say the near future. And when I say near future, I mean the end of this year and the early beginning of next year. And these are the things that I'm looking for, right? There's one that I have an honorable mention for, and I'll mention that as an honorable mention only because the Kickstarter just recently started and didn't make it into that list. And also it won't be done until probably maybe 2023. So it didn't make it to this one. This is just soon and upcoming and the things that we're hopeful for the remainder of the year. Also, I want to do a top 5 of the games that I played so far. How do they rank in my top 5 for this year? So all the games I played this year, how do they rank in my top? Where do they rank all in my top 5, and how are they going? And then when we get to the number 1 game, we're gonna play it. So that'll be fun. It'll be so. Feel free to ask me any questions you have as we go through this. No matter what screen I flip to, just keep your questions coming, and I will answer them as I go. So, okay. We start off with, for the 400 sub, we gotta get into this right. So we're gonna start off with my top 5. And my top 5, I know my number 1's a little. Well, remember this is not of all time, Brian. This is not of all time, but this is. And yeah, if you tuned in a little early, you kind of saw streaming's hard, but. But we're gonna get into it. We're gonna start off with my top 5 Kickstarters, right? And go and see what those line up. And I'll answer questions that you have. It doesn't have to be about the top 5. Don't feel like number 2. Okay, so first question that's come up, and I gotta wait for it to go through the system, which I think is so weird. It's like, you ask the question, it takes a minute to get to OBS, and then it takes a minute to get to the question displayer. So I gotta wait until they all pop in. Here we go. It just popped in as well. So the question came from Brian. When will we see more Mage Knight? Or Mage Knight is coming. I promise you. The problem is that my life has fallen down the deep, dank pits of Madara. It's an awesome game, and I must beat it. So, I'll probably say a quick swing by. Like, well, welcome, Sakabra, welcome. It will return to the channel once I get through Madara, or it may make an appearance like how Arkham Horror is on a Thursday when I play with Steven and I play with Pac-Man. I might transition one of those and then on that Thursday play a game of Mage Knight and see how it goes. But it is coming back. I like the game a lot. Hey Sakabra, quick swing by while you can. I appreciate you stopping by as always, man. You know, much love, much love. Okay, top 5 Kickstarters. This is the Kickstarters. This is stuff that is yet to deliver. So from now until early, and I'm going to say early being Q1 of next year. This is my top 5 anticipated, okay? I'll do something like this a little bit further at the end of the year to show what the entirety of 2022 and what my expectations are. But this is just between right now, which is Q3 of 2021, and by the end of Q1 of 2022. Okay, so number 5. Unsettled by Orange Nebula Game. If is that as per the last Kickstarter update? As per the last Kickstarter update, that's correct. No, as per the last Kickstarter update, for sure. Orange Nebula has created this game way before. That is true. There is a huge difference. Way before ISS Vanguard came out, and ISS Vanguard was announced by Awaken Realms. There was this lovely game that came out called Unsettled. And in Unsettled, guess what the theme is? You're journeying to different planets, you're exploring these different planets, and you have missions to accomplish per these planets. Sounds familiar, right? But Orange Nebula came out with it first. I missed the Kickstarter by a hair, but I was able to reach out and procure myself a copy that's going to be delivered when this Unsettled game delivers. And I'm super pumped for it. I think it's going to be really great. The position of it is that you actually have one miniature and you have like a little drone, but you have one miniature that comes down. It's a team-based game, but you can play it solo, playing two-handed, of course. But it's a team-based game where it's not competitive. It's you all have to work together to survive on the planet. And each person has a different specialty that you have to pick. This is sounding really like ISS Vanguard. However, it doesn't come on a book. It actually plays itself on a lovely board that's out there. You mean the game coming out between 2022 and the end of the universe? But it's this game was they had a lot of like Orange Nebula. I believe they recently sent out one too. I believe Quackalope has it, but they like to do a lot of their own things and showing you their games themselves to just kind of get a sense of it. And they did a really good playthrough of this game to where I was like, yeah, I must have this game. This game from the last Kickstarter update, it is on its way to dock in the United States for US Canada backers. It's on its way to dock in the US by July 25th, between the 25th and the 31st. It's going to dock then, and then it's going to go to the distro centers and be sent out. So you're going to get your game this year, which is fantastic. For Europe and Australia, I believe the ships are set. Europe, the ships are already on the way, and that includes the UK. Australia, I believe it's still at the dock, but it'll be sent out soon, from what I understand. So it's gonna be good. I got a question. What's the question? Steven, question. When are you playing Kill 4 when are we playing Kill 4 together? When you come to this area, I will so play it. Actually, funny enough, I'm supposed to be traveling to your neck of the woods probably either late this year or early next year. And if I do, we're getting together and we're going to play some Kill Fort, dude. That's just going to happen. All right. So that was my number 5. It's coming out you will have it this year for people who backed it. You should check out the game if you haven't before. Orange Nebula should have a bunch on their store when they get it. Not saying people didn't back. A lot of people backed it. A lot of people thought it was a really great idea. I think it's a great idea, but they may have some for retail where it goes really well. Hey Scott, what's up? What's up? Welcome. So that's number 5. Number 4. I want to believe that this is going to deliver Q1 2022, which is what they said in their update. In their update, they did say that this game is not coming out this year. It's going to come out Q1 of 2022. Hopefully that's true and it gets done. So, Aeon's Trespass Odyssey, big game, big game, because it is massive boss battler that's supposed to be happening. But it also has a questing system. So you're in this game, you are in these titans. Look, I'm like a news reporter, right? I gotta break the whole thing down. I gotta break it down. So in this, you basically are piloting these things called titans, and you are Odysseus, but you're from space, so you got the space spin on your name, and this is the Odyssey. It's basically the Odyssey Mech Edition. Gundam Edition. The Odyssey Gundam Edition. You are Odysseus and the crew of the ship. And you get into these mechs that are titans that you get to move around and fight monsters with. But you also move around on the Argo. The Argo. You move around on the Argo and you move through different places. So think of Seventh Continent's tile placement as you move and flip and learn and uncover areas, mixed with Kingdom Death Monsters boss battlers. Put those two together, and that's Aeon's Trespass Odyssey. They've got this Triskelion system that the more you take damage, the stronger you get. So the closer you are to death, the more powerful your attacks are. So it's a nice balance that you play on there. Mech Odyssey in space! That is so true. I wrangled the late back of Uthia all in. Then they dropped the last update. Aww. That's terrible. But at least you got Uthia, so it will come in Sakabra when it comes out. So that is my number 4. Number 3. Final Girl by Van Ryder Games. I am super pumped for this game. I think this game is going to be fantastic. I've watched so many scary movies as a kid, all centered around a haunted house, a summer camp, a graveyard, a carnival, and I think the one that the backers unlocked was that you're even on an airplane. So they've got this really cool thing coming out where it's Final Girl, and what they've done is if you've ever played Hostage Negotiator, if you haven't, really cool guy that you may know did a couple streams of Hostage Negotiator back before, I moved and I was on my tiny table. But they took the Van Ryder Games took the Hostage Negotiator mechanics, reworked it a little bit, and then laid it down for these these like novels, those novellas that you buy that you can open up and play, where you are the final girl. Your job, for instance, the ones that you see most about is your job is you are at a camp, you are where you're a camp counselor, or you are the babysitter and a ghost is haunting them. The camp counselor is the I forgot his name. Is it the butcher or something? But he's trying to go around killing people. If you're at a carnival, there's just monsters coming to get you. But you are the final girl. Your job is to get everybody out and then kill the villain. And if you kill the villain, you win. In this game, you get equipment, you get items, the movement. So we're the hostage negotiator of rescuing hostages. This time, instead of the hostages being in a hostage pool, they're littered around the board. And then you have to go to them, take them to the bus if you're at the camp, or take them out of the house, and then go back in and face the villain. And if you beat them, you win. This theme is awesome for anyone who is an old fogey like myself. Get off my lawn. This is a really great take on those 80s and 90s horror movies like Jason, Friday the 13th, Halloween. Gosh, those were the big three, right? Leprechaun, Poltergeist. It's just so many different themes, but those themes are really good, and they have already done the pre-production copies are already done according to their update, which means they're going into production, and once they go into production, they'll then ship, which we should get them by the end of Q1 next year. So they've made a lot of progress on this, and I know they had some issues going on early, but they jumped right on that, took care of it, and were great. So, Final Girl. I am so looking forward to that as my number 3. My number 2. My Life is Foreteller. So, Isofarian Guard is what I'm all about on my number 2. Watching American Horror Story 1984, so much fun. That is fun. There's also another one and I'm gonna put that on there for Brian. Brian put up that he said he's watching American Horror Story 1984, so much fun. Brian, there is a series on Netflix called Fear Street. It's made by R.L. Stine, the person who wrote Goosebumps. It's a 3-part trilogy, and it plays into those 80s tropes like you wouldn't believe. And the first one I watched, the chapter 1 of it, part 1, I was like, it's okay. Then chapter 2, I was like, this ain't half bad. The chapter 3, I was like, okay, this is pretty good. So I think you would enjoy that. Isofarian Guard is going to come out. I'm believing in my Sky Kingdom games to believe that they're going to release it by the end of Q1 2022. I highly, highly think that that's going to happen. They've made a lot of progress, and if you watch their updates, they've completed out a lot of stuff. So we got Sacabra's like, by Q1 2022, sus. I think Isofarian Guard, I have reason to believe Isofarian Guard is going to make it by Q1 2022. They've been doing a lot of great work on it. The recordings are going on. Foreteller is kicking butt out there with the audio narrations, and it's just going to be great. This is a highly anticipated game. As soon as this comes in, this is hitting the table. Isn't it already years late? No, it wasn't actually. It wasn't. It hasn't been a year's late yet. It kickstarted 2 years ago. It kickstarted in 2020. It's 2021 when they're going through the build, and 2022 when they'll deliver. So I don't think they're late. I think they're working on it, but I don't think they're late just yet. I will check it out. Thanks. Yeah, this is a good one. Oh man, Dan, who's supposed to bring the beer? This looks a lot like a party. It is a party. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. All right, so that is my number 2 on Kickstarters that I want to get, that I am anticipating between now and the end of Q1 2022. Yeah, Jameson's a good drink to get. Good choice, Steven. My number 1 game. Number 1 game on the news desk for 2022 is, and this is a far shot. I want to believe that this will come out. If I'm being realistic, and I'm setting my expectations really, really high, if I'm being realistic, this game is not going to drop until late 2022, to be honest. This is how, but I want to believe that they're going to deliver in Q1, at the end of Q1 of 2022, because they said that the game was supposed to come out December in their last update, and then they said, okay, well, we're still working on it. We want to tighten it up. We want to make it good, so we're going to push it into Q1 of 2022. And I believe that they're going to meet that. This game has everything I want in a game, and I haven't even played it yet. Let me tell you how. I followed this game from the beginning, from when they were talking, from when the designers were talking about modeling, doing Twitch videos on how to sculpt the minis to make them go well. I sat down and watched Rob's Gaming World when they did a playthrough. I sat down and watched all the different places where they did playthroughs and just kind of going back and analyzing to see how things played, because I was like, this game can't be that. I mean, it seems interesting, but there might be something wrong with it. So I went back and I analyzed over and over and over again on these different things. And after a while, I was like, nope, this game's going to be awesome. So I backed it full in. Like, I want everything. I know a lot of people say, don't do that, just get the base game. No, I went full in. I'm getting everything. And I am super excited to play the polar bear guy, because it's going to be great. Yeah, the hips update. Just the hips updates look so good when they do it, Sakarba. You are not kidding. This game is going to be epic. I just know it will be. Their card system. I stopped looking at it because I was like, if I look at it, I'm gonna flip out. So I stopped looking at it at the beginning of this year. But what I was reading all the way up to the Kickstarter and even after was even how they're handling the mechanics. So you have cards in your hand that you play to do abilities, right? But those cards have cooldown. Well, how do you do the cooldown? You have your character board there. You then play your card, and if it says cooldown 2, you put it at the top. At the end of the turn, it shifts to the left. Then it shifts to the bottom, then it comes back to your hand. So that's how they deal with cooldown. On top of that, their combat system is amazing. If you keep this up, you might... I saw that. I'm trying not to think about it, Bob. So, and you watch that, where was I? Oh, yes. So their combat systems, how they deal with cooldowns, how they deal with burst damage, like how to get more damage. There's dice rolling. There's card play. You get to choose, and not the cards in your hand. You get to say, I'm going to roll... I'm going to, instead of flipping for your modifier deck for your attacks, instead of saying, okay, well, Gloomhaven's flip the card to see what the modifiers are, you get to say how many cards you're going to flip or how many dice you're going to roll. Up to you. So you can say, I'm going to roll all the dice. Cool, roll all the dice. However, the trick is, if you get, I believe it's 2 misses, if I remember correctly, the entire attack failed. So it's a really great mitigation of, I can get amazing damage, or I can just roll everything and hope nothing misses and do fantastic and kill something outright. It's a nice balance. I think this is fantastic. It says November. Let's stay positive, my man. I thought it's going to be epic. The July 12th update says November. I don't know if it will make November. They said December on the original Kickstarter. I don't know if it's going to be November. I think it's going to be, unless you're saying November 2022, because then I've long shot this. But I believe this is going to be next year. We got some lists coming in and some really cool stuff. Like I said, this is the Kickstarter's coming. I didn't put Frosthaven on there because it won't be ready in Q1. I didn't put Stars of Akaros in because it won't be ready in Q1. What else was on there that I saw? Storm Sunder won't be ready in Q1. And the Gambler's Chest. I am staying the furthest away from KDM. Oh, not because I'm afraid of it or not going to play it. I'm staying away from KDM. Kingdom Death Monster, only because, one, it's stupidly expensive for a base game, but that's okay. You get some really quality content for what you pay for. So let's take price out of it because I backed Bloodborne and then got rid of it. The game itself it's punishing for the sake of punishing you, and I find that work. So it's tough. It's tough, so I can't really go for that. So I just kind of say, okay, well, I understand why it's amazing. I play it. I enjoyed it. I'm good. I'm done with that now. But it's punishing. But I am glad for people who play it and say they enjoy it. It is a really good game. It's just not for me. But it's a really good game. Hey, Dragon, what's going on? Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Bob, thanks for popping in and saying hi. Yeah, I know Rob's getting ready to stream too, but it's my time. But thank you so much for popping in. All right, so that is my top 10 of upcoming Kickstarters. Let's go to the press room and see where this goes. So we'll go over here. Okay, we're over here, and it's like, oh, this is the usual screen where you show the games that are the top games that you enjoy so much, or the game that you're playing. You show the Board Game Geek readout on it, but it's blank right now. Why is it blank? Why, Rahu? Why is it blank right now? It's blank right now because we're getting into the top 5 games that I have played as of January 1, 2021 to right now, mid-year. These are my top 5. Okay, so we're getting into what I've played, top 5. Okay. Number 5. Explore It, Sands of Shirax. I played the game once, and I can't stop thinking about it. Because the game, I played Explore It, Forest Adramon, and Explore It, Valley of the Dead King too many times. Oathsworn was originally December 2020, yep. Last update, July. Say still could be November, December, doubtful. Nah, the cover that's gonna be in. That's Q1. I'm calling January, especially with the freight issues that are going on right now. So Hexplore, Sands of Shirax. I played Adramon. I played Valley of the Dead King. Those are fantastic games. If you're gonna start this series and play this, play Valley of the Dead King first so you can get the base mechanics down, right? If you go to Sands of Shirax, oh my god, you're going to be lost or overwhelmed or say, no, I don't want anything to do with this. This game has a lot of stuff that you can do. You got the base thing of trying to beat the Dune Sandworm from killing you, but while you're doing that, there's heat exhaustion that you have to deal with. There is gambling that you could do in another town. You can even say, okay, well, there's multiple win conditions. There's like, it's not just beat the worm and you're good. There's multiple win conditions for this game. So, but because this game it's an overworld RPG, a massive overworld RPG with so much variance, so much variations on different things you can do. You don't have to follow what everybody else does. You can play this game any way you want. I'm getting it early. Yes, this game is a number 5 for me on the list of what I've played so far between January and now. January and July. Number 5. Number 4. Madara. Once again, another game where you're playing, first of all, with Explore It, it's a top level, top world RPG, true RPG. Lots of variations, lots of things you can do. Guess what number 4 is? A dungeon crawler with lots of variation and lots of things you can do. There is so much things to do in Madara. There is a story that is in a book that is ridiculously thick that I have over here on the side because I'll be playing this on Sunday again. But it's a story with a lot of branching paths, a lot of different things that you can do. And losing a scenario doesn't mean game over most of the time. Losing a scenario doesn't mean game over. There are game over conditions that can happen. But if you lose a scenario, the game actually gives you a little bit of extra something so you can power yourself a little bit more up. If you win, it continues going as usual. I know that because I've won a lot so far. I lost my first one yesterday, and this game is just unbelievably great. Unbelievably great. So, and you get the variation of building a class however you want. Now, some people, I had a discussion with this in the One Stop Co-op Shop Discord channel where I said, you know, what's a game where it's pure from nothing. You build a character and make it fully customizable. People said Madara. The only problem with that is Madara each character has an ability, and not using that ability or not picking a class for that ability that would be beneficial kind of pigeonholes them into a specific region of the globe, right? So, for instance, Zeke rerolls dodge rolls. I don't want Zeke to be someone who's going to not be engaged to where he can make best use of those dodge rolls. Now, the avenues that are open up to him are vast and huge, but it's a scope, right? You can't say I'm going to turn him into something that doesn't use his dodge at all, because it just doesn't work that way. So you wouldn't be min maxing it. You can do that if you want. Don't get me wrong. If you want to do that, that's fine. But for people who like to min max, they're not going to do that. To me, the game that truly is soup nuts, like you have carte blanche to create whatever you want. KDM. You start off with nothing. Everybody's the exact same. Everybody starts with a stone and a cloth, and your job is to build them up. So, but yeah, it's 4C thick. Wow. Yeah, it is. It is. All right, so that is my number 4. Number 3. Marvel Champions, the card game. When I first watched this game, I stayed away from it for a long time. And I was like, and I didn't stay away from it because I was like, okay, I'm gonna get addicted. It was just more, Arkham Horror was better, right? Arkham Horror had a story. Arkham Horror had characters that you use. They have the Chaos Bag that punches you in the face, and you still keep coming back for more. So Arkham Horror was just better. However, I gave Fred, who is part of the Discord, he was saying, okay, well, he's offloading all his Marvel Champion stuff for a pretty good price. So I bought it, and I said, okay, well, let me give it a try. I like this game. I like it a lot. I'm not a min-maxer. I just go on Marvel CDB, find the people who do the thing they do so well, and then from there, I just grab the deck, and I played the game. And there is a theme to the game. You have to stop a villain. Playing true solo is possible. Playing two-handed, playing four players, it's all possible. It's all great. And this game is just clean. It's good. Mike Boggs and whoever else is the +2 did a great job. So I think Marvel Champions is my number 3 for what I've played so far. I enjoyed it a lot, as you can tell by some of the streams that I've done of replaying and dying a lot. So, and KDM's job is to kill them. It's really good at its job. You're right, Sakara. KDM's job is to kill you every chance you get. Here's an example of what happened before I go on to number 2. Here's an example of what happened. Steven and I are playing Kingdom Death Monster. We did it on stream, so it has been recorded for posterity. We did it on stream. We went and we fought the first creature, which was the White Lion. Tough fight, bad rolls, as per me, but we beat it. So we beat it. We went back to the settlement, and things were okay. You know, settlement event was all right. Everything was fine. We were able to get some love elixir to be able to grow our settlement, get more children. It'll be great. So we said, okay, well, how do you get more children to your settlement or get a new character to your settlement? Well, you take a guy, you take a girl, you know, when two people really love each other, and you use the love juice and you try to make a child, which means you have to roll on a table. This table has a 1 to 10 has a 1 to 10 scale. If you roll a 9 or an 8, a savior is born and you get these crazy buffs. If you roll a 10, I think a baby's just born. If you roll a 3 to a 5, you just get a child. So 3 to 10, that's all you gotta roll, right? If you roll a 2, the baby is born, but the mother dies during childbirth, so you lose a character, but you gain a character back, so it evens itself out. All right? 2, mother dies, baby's born, sad times for all. I believe the male gets like a mental disorder because of it, but that happens. 3 to 10, you get a child. So where do they? Well, Brian, but I gotta click on that one. Oh, it hasn't popped in yet. When it pops in, I'm gonna click on it. So, oh, there it is. So, Brian, when a mom and dad really love each other, they make a wish. So so on a 1, if you roll a 1, the baby dies, the mother dies. No, the baby dies, and the mother and the father walk off into the darkness and die. You lose 3 people. So Stephen and I said, what are the odds that we could mess this up? 1 in 10, we are fine. Like, it's nothing. It's nothing. Let's roll these dice. First roll, 1. Lose 3 people. We're like, well, that was bad luck. Well, let's spend the token and let's try this again. So we get 2 more people together. Well, you know, we did have a bad run, and it can happen. So let's see what happens next. We roll the dice. 1. 2 more people gone. We lost 6 people in 1 settlement phase on that entire. I believe Steven, if you remember, it was 6 or was it 8 people? I know we lost 6 people in that settlement phase from rolling pure 1s. I rolled, he rolled, I rolled, and we just kept rolling 1s. And it's documented, it's out there. So, and by the end of it, it was only 4 people left in the settlement, and we went off to fight the screaming antelope. I got my legs and my arms bit off. I lost half the settlement in 1 go. Yep. I got my legs and my arms bit off because I got chewed up by the antelope. Steven's character lost an arm. And it was just, and then at the end it was like, okay, well, we can do, we've got 2 people left, so we can rebuild this settlement. It was 2 dudes. All the women were dead. All the women were dead. So yeah, that was the end of that game. So the game, like I said, the game punishes you, but it's a lot. The only way one better. The only way one better is like, yes, Brian, you remember that. Yeah, Steven's like 6 people. You and I both roll 1s. Ugh. The only one better is when Locator. So Locator joined us. He's Locator Gaming. Go check out his channel. He does some really great content as well. He joined us for 1 session, and he punched a lion in the in the lion bits. There is a card that lets you punch the lion in the lion bits, but then you have to roll to see how your impact is. Well, if you crit roll, which means you roll a 10. You actually knock the lion bits off, and you gain lion nads. You get that as an item. He rolled a 10, and then the lion got mad at him and mauled him to death. Yeah, this game, the game is definitely punishing, but it's like, you see me talking about it and I'm smiling because you get an experience out of it, but the game doesn't let up. So if you're gonna play Kingdom Death, just keep in mind that the game will never let up on you, and it's going to be hard. Dude, KDM knows what you are going to. Let me see this. Dude, KDM knows what you're going to do. Remember when I said, hey, I will drink my frenzy potion next turn, then the butcher broke my jaw so I couldn't use the consume effect. I do remember that. So, after you finish fighting a monster and you're tired, you have not recuperated, and you get back to your settlement, a monster comes to your settlement, which is called the Butcher, and the Butcher starts killing people. And so, Steven got a frenzy elixir, and he was like, okay, well, I'm going to drink this elixir so I can at least beef up to be able to fight him. The first turn of the Butcher, he broke Steven's jaw, so he couldn't talk. So therefore, the frenzy potion didn't work because he couldn't talk. It was fantastic. Oh man, it is crazy. Yes, we do have seriously bad luck with that game. I will never downplay that game. It is a good game. It is a fantastic, great, good game. It's just not for me because it punishes you for the sake of punishing you. And a lot of people like that, like Dark Souls. I think I was on Rob's gaming table Discord. Him and Mel, fantastic people. You all know who they are. They're fantastic people. They're a great group of they foster a really great community. But I was on there and I was telling Dan, I said, playing Kingdom Death is like playing Dark Souls, and every single time you get hit, somebody gets to kick you in the nuts. That probably sums up what Kingdom Death is for me. Alright, so back on track. Alright, so that was my number 3. Number 2. Number 2. Ready for number 2? Ooh, number 2 is hiding underneath. I moved it up too much. Let me hide the rest of these. Number 2. Number 2 is Mage Knight. I played it 3 times, and it's number 2 on my list for what I've played so far. Dan Roberts, Brian S. Thank you so much for introducing me. Thank you so much for introducing me to this game and teaching, like, helping me learn how to play it as best as I can. And Brian, thank you for hanging around on the stream when I did the live playthrough of it. But I played 2 rounds with Dan to just, well, I played 1 by myself, and then I played 1 with Dan Roberts, and then I played live, and Brian joined in, and he helped me wherever there was issues. But number 2 on my list, Mage Knight. Game's good. This game's stupidly good. It's a deck builder. RPG deck builder? It's an RPG deck builder. But it's not number 1, but it's number 2. It's an RPG deck builder. It's complex as hell. It is complex as all be all. Very, very complex game. But once you get it, it flows. Once you understand what happens, it becomes a thing of trying to figure out what's the best way to do stuff. And I know a lot of people say, well, that's where the problem comes in, because there's a lot of analysis paralysis that pops in. There's a lot of things that go on. There's a lot of things that are going on that you have to keep track of. You have to think about this, you have to think about that. But I think that's what makes the game fun, right? It's a mental exercise for you to try to figure out the best way to solve something. And no one can tell you what to do because the cards get shuffled, that you can get anything at any time. You won't know. Every hand is different. If you get this Ultimate Edition, you get a whole swath of different characters that play completely differently. So no one can say, pick Goldix first and use this deck and you will win, because the deck changes. There's so many cards in there that the deck is completely different. Every game will be different. Every monster you encounter, it's not, okay, you're going to face a goblin here. No, you are going to shuffle and then pick a random monster out. So one game, you could get destroyed on the first round. Next game, you completely just own it. It all varies. It all varies. And so that my one complaint on Mage Knight is the timer. But it's also the really great thing about Mage Knight's the timer, because it's only supposed to be a short-term adventure, so where it doesn't last forever. And if you give it the ability, it would last forever. It would take a very long time to get through the game. But so the timer is there to give you that sense of urgency so that you get things done. But my thing is, so that's the positive of the timer. The negative of the timer is I want to experience the game. I want to figure stuff out. I want to go back after I miss something and then go the other path and see how that works for the current game I'm on. But with the timer, I can't do that because I got to get there within 4 days, within 5 days. So once I pick a path, I'm pretty much set on that path. But the positive thing is I would be playing this game for 12, 14, 24 hours if that timer didn't exist, because there's just so much to do. So it balances itself out on the pros and cons. A lot of people, including myself, I've said many times, I'm scared of Mage Knight only because the community is rough. If you are not good, my God, the stuff that I've seen people post online, for people who did not play optimally, I was like, I don't want anything to do with this game. But Dan kept on and he was like, give it a try. Don't listen to them. I'll teach you how to play it. We'll go through it together. And it was phenomenal. It was a great experience. It was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. Once I got streaming it, people joined in. They were very kind and they were very nice and respectful. So I was like, okay, well, this is a good experience, and I really enjoyed the game, and I wanted to play more. So Mage Knight is going to be coming back to the channel, but Madara is my life. So right now, so once we get through, we'll play some more Mage Knight because I want to see. I only played the first mission, reconnaissance, where I just had to find a city. I haven't fought a city yet. I haven't fought a dragon yet. I only fought a tower once. I only burned down a monastery one time. Yeah, it has been. It has been. And he isn't kidding. So Dan's like, this has been a long haul for you in all seriousness. So glad you tackled it and like it. The investment pays off with the game. It does. It does pay off with the game. This is a really fun game. I think anybody who... Steven, if you're still on here, Mage Knight is for you. It has your name written all over it. Like, I think you should try it. I think everyone who's a solo gamer who enjoys, not if you're a solo gamer, you should play. Everyone who is a solo gamer who enjoys games where it's brain burn, where you have to think about everything that you have to do, I think you should try Mage. It's a fun game. And there's a lot of games that I've been seeing, and I've been like, okay, what games for the people I know and the games they like, where would it fit? Mage Knight, Steven, find that game, the Ultimate Edition. That game is all you, dude. You will love it. So it'll be good. Okay, so that's my number 2. Number one is Veilwraith. I mean, and it's not because, it's Tristan. although Hollow Nothing Productions is the golden company to me. But this game is so much fun. It's so simple to learn. It says it's a 2.27 complexity. I think it's less than that. Not because it's easy. The game is not easy. The game can turn on you in an instant. But the decisions you get to make, and it's not Veilwraith is not a deck builder, it's a deck modifier. So you have the same never heard of it. I saw this coming. You have the same number of cards in your deck. You just get to upgrade some of the cards, so switch them out for another thing. I've played the base game to completion and beat it, so that's vignettes 1 to 5. And today we're going to get into Absolution Vignette 6. So this is my number 1 game that I've played so far from January to now. And I think it's fantastic. Look at the playtime, 30 to 40 minutes. That's actual fact. I've played this game and gotten to I think the longest play I had on it was about 45 minutes. So it's fantastic. It's a lot of fun. If you like, I'm gonna say my number 1 game right now is Gloom of Kilforth. So, and that was made by Tristan as well. But this is the next iteration of that, and I need to drink water because my mouth's dry out. But this is the next iteration of that, which plays completely different to Gloom of Kilforth. Yeah, super quick. You're absolutely right. Mel, you said you haven't heard of this one. We're gonna go through a playthrough so you can hear of it and see how it plays, because I'm gonna play the number 1 game. It was almost Mage Knight, almost, but I was like, nope, I like Veilwraith better because Veilwraith has that quick feel to it. I can get it in on the table, play it really quick, clean up the cinch. It's just fantastic. So it's really good. Yes, really good game. No Mage Knight, but I understand your love affair with this one. Yeah, so you're out. Yeah, it's a really good game. No Mage Knight, but I understand your love affair with this one. Super quick and thinky, but easy to get on and off the table. Yep, that is exactly right. He is a one-man design team. Um, when that one pops up, Shane, I'm gonna pop that one up to answer that question. So while I'm playing the game, like I said, if you have questions for me, about the channel, about upcoming stuff, about anything that I can possibly know the answer to, ask it, and I will answer it as best as I can, for sure. All right, so let's see. So we're gonna play it, check it out, see how it goes. Let's see. Let us pop down to the table. Oh, look, someone already set this game up. Who would have done such a thing? So we've got it all set up here for vignette 6. And let's see what we got. Gotta go. Grats on 400. Have a fun game. Thanks, Scott. Thanks a lot. Next question came out, which is what Shane asked: when is the Call of Killforth Kickstarter coming? I asked Tristan that this today, probably not this morning, but late this afternoon, and the answer was soon. Soon. So soon. All right. How it works is you get these lovely cards that are called vignettes on things you have to do and how to win. On the back of them, it gives you a really great thing that says, once tiring trees with impenetrable bark, now sorrow, despair, and terrible dark. And you flip it over, and it gives you stuff you need to do. This is called the Forsaken Glade, as you can see center. This is how much you need to beat the scenario once you complete the objectives, and I'll talk to you about that in a second. This is vignette 6. Ooh, you're blurry. Why are you doing the blurry thing? Come on, focus. There you go. Nature Spirit stack 2, 3, 4, and 5. So there's the Nature Spirit. And if you beat the scenario, during this scenario, it says defeated keys gain +2, spirit boost of +2, which means they heal you. The monsters are at the top, or the foes that you'll be, not the foes, the threats that you'll be facing are at the top, so it's a lot of threats. And the foes are these nature spirits. Hashtag soon, thanks. So these nature spirits, they're all the same, right? They're all the same. And basically what you have to do is you have to beat them. When they come into play, they're foes. When they come into play, they're stealth, which means when they're played, discard 1 power token or exhaust 1 action. How do you beat them? See these lovely symbols on the side? So this is influence, this is fight, and this is explore. I have to get 3 of each to kill them. And it's not that, and you can't say, I'm going to do 1 this turn, 2 this turn, 3 this turn. You have to do the complete number of one of them. So you'll do the complete number of 3 for this one. You've beaten that piece. But then you have to do the others to beat them. That's the foe. These threats have, if you beat them, also, yeah, the artwork is really great. Scrubbing back, I love your number 2 choice. Oh, thanks. If you don't beat them, every round they're gonna hit you for 2. That's what that means. When you beat them, they heal you for 3. And it sounds confusing, but don't you worry, it's gonna go quick and you're gonna see how fantastic it is. So your job in this game, your objective, 1, defeat all the foes. 2, there are 5 keys that are scattered, and you can tell them by the key symbol, and they all have different art. And I'll hold up the artwork so you can see each one, Mel, so you can check it out and see. But they all have the key symbol on the right, and this is what it costs to defeat those keys. So your job is to collect all 5 keys, beat the foes, and then the portal appears, and this is your way out. That's where you have to beat the scenario number that's on here, the 7. I have to place 7 here to go through the portal to win. Not shabby, right? Seems simple. However, when this deck runs out, right? I've beaten all these and the deck runs out. Shuffle in the Archfiend. This is the big bad. I want you to read what this card says. Shuffle in this threat deck. Played, you are destroyed. As soon as you draw this card, you lose the game. As soon as you draw the card. But while you're on there, you're getting punched in the face. You start off with 20 health, right? From this ticker here, you start off with 20 health. And you need to beat the foes, get the keys, beat the portal without dying or drawing the Archfiend. And that's how it goes, and that's how you play it. And we'll go through it. So my upgrade from last time, what I'm upgrading this time is I'm getting rid of a memory of home, and I'm upgrading it to a memory of poison. And I'll explain all this as we play. I just want it for people who've been following so far, I want you to know what my upgrade is. So I've upgraded my deck. This is my deck, and I'll shuffle it. These are my abilities. You can do one thing each turn. You can perform a one action each turn, and you can tilt one turn. When you tilt, you empower it to get a power token on it. So where this was a 3, when I tilt this, it becomes a 4. But I can't use it because it's tilted. I can turn it, I can exhaust it fully to use the action. So for this one, which is an Explorer, I can use that action of 1 by just turning it. Or I could turn it that way to draw a card. Once again, it's sounding complex, but when we start playing, it's going to go quick. All right, so first thing we do is, when we're doing this, we grab all the keys, we shuffle the keys up, right? Shuffle them up. Then you lay them out in a group of, in 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then remember, for these ones, for these nymphs, there's 4 of them. For the foes, for the nature spirits, so you shuffle them up. And then you put them in the stack that it says on the card. So 2, 3, 4, and 5. Then you take this massive group of foes that you're going to be fighting, which there are 2 alchemists, 1 believer. So we'll shuffle these up and pick the believer. There's 2, you just shuffle 1, pick the other. 2 brave. These are all new characters. 2 butchers, 2 champions, 2 changers, 2 cutthroats, 2 engineers, 2 explorers, the mystics. You shuffle these up and you take 2. Sorry, I was just late. Thanks, Brian. And finally, a spoiler-free stream I can watch. Thanks. Yeah, man, I miss having you around. I'm sorry about the spoiler-free, but Madara is my life, like I said. So I'm going to pick 2. 1. Shuffle these up. 2. Goes back. And 2 Seraph. And I shuffle them. They're not all the same. They all have different stats on them. What you have to do to beat them. So it's not like, okay, they're all the same. Why are you shuffling? They're all different. I picked 2 Seraph. And this is the threat deck. So what you want to do is you want to shuffle this first. And how I shuffle, because if I bend the cards, I will be destroyed. So I will shuffle them this way. And boop, boop, boop. Shuffle these up. Shuffle these up. These 2 together. And shuffle these guys. Take half of this, get a good shuffle. Put them together. That, shuffle this. Just doing all the shuffling. Shuffle them all up. Ah! Okay. So all shuffled up. So then we make even decks. So remember, there's 2 here except for there, so I put 1 there, and then 1, and then I just kind of go straight across until all the cards in my hand are done, and it should make an even deck. See? So then what you do at that point is you take deck number 5, shuffle it up. A lot of shuffling happening. Because Brian's here, I should shuffle them up. You put it down there at the bottom. Take the next one, shuffle it up. So to make sure that the keys don't all end up at the bottom and you get slaughtered, this is kind of the methodology that Tristan came up with. And it works. It works really well. Shuffle these. And shuffle the top deck. And we're ready to play. Okay, so you put these out in alphabetical order, so explore E, F, and I. Now we go, because I won Vignette 4, I was able to upgrade this to Explore Hunt, which is fantastic. Okay, so you're like, okay, oh, my deck. I need to shuffle that too. My playing card deck. I shuffle this up. So you say, okay, well, what do we do? Do we draw 5 cards and then play? Nope. You start off with nothing. And you fight your way through the Vana with nothing. So basically, it's just saying you are a Veil Wraith who has emerged looking for the keys. You came just as you are. So that's that. And we're ready to go. So first thing we do is we draw a new threat, right? So we draw the first top card, and it says it is a the Butcher. Hack. You lose 2 spirit. You may lose 2 spirit to discard this threat from play. So if I lose 2 spirit, oh my gosh, I might. Then I draw 1 card, only 1, and I drew a Memory of Fear, which is an upgrade card. It says any Veil Wraith gains 1 spirit, or each Veil Wraith discards 1 power token. But no matter what, you get 2 influence. So with this card in my hand, if I play it, and you can play as many cards as you have in your hand, I think you can only end the turn with 6. But if I play this card, I can do this for an action to get 2 plus 3, which is 5. However, this guy is a fighter, which is not great. You may lose 2 spirit to discard this threat from play. I think I'm going to do that, because I don't want to fight him. So, bye. So, and I don't believe I have to beat him to do it. I think I could just do it to discard this threat from play. Yep. So I'll get rid of him. So he is out of the game. And I took 2 hits, but I still have a turn to do, which I haven't done. I'm going to tilt this one to draw a card, which I got a Memory of Elements, which says draw 2 cards. If I play it, right, this is an upgrade. And I'm going to, my turn's not done, right, because I haven't tilted or anything. So I'm going to play this card to draw 2 cards. 1, 2. I got a Memory of Blood and a Memory of Veil, which gives me 2 explore, and Memory of Blood gives me 2 fight. Then what happens is as soon as you tilt, you shift these up, shift this to the back of the bus. Then I'm going to tilt this one to get a +1 on it, and that's my turn. We look and see if there's any abilities that would take over anything. There isn't, so flip everything back, discard our card, and we're ready to rock and roll again. Cool. So we rinse and repeat. See how that was a round. We rinse and repeat. So we draw another card. It is a Cutthroat. Sneak. Played. Exhaust 1 action. So he takes 6 fight. He's going to hit me for 2, but he'll heal me for 2 if I kill him. And I have to exhaust an action. I have to. Well, I will exhaust Explore. Doing that. Which isn't great, because it used my exhaust action just now. Ooh, that's evil. Then I draw a card. I got ignore a Memory of Cold, which tells me to ignore 1 damage that's coming against me this round. Well, I'm going to kill you soon, because I just have to. Oh, I have enough to kill you. I just can't do that right now, because you use my exhaust action. So I'm going to tilt this to get +1 on it. I'll be killing him next round. And I'm going to put this ignore 1 damage on there, so That's all I can do. You can still... Oh, I can still use an action? Oh, I didn't know that. And I'm gonna kill him. I thought exhausting that uses your exhaust action. Sorry, this is absolution, so rules have changed. I'm usually used to your rules, but Steven says you can still use an action. Cool. So then I'm gonna kill him. I'm gonna use this action, 3, 4, plus 2, right here for 6, to hit him for 6. Which is how much I have to hit him for here. 6. So I kill him, and killing him, I get 2 health back, so I go back to 20. And when he dies, he goes to discard. He's not removed from the game. And this would shift. Shift, shift. And then I will tilt this to get 1 on it. And that'll end my turn. So, discard. Turn, turn. Okay. Next threat. The Alchemist has appeared. The Full Metal Alchemist. Alchemy. Combining gives you 1 additional power token, but he has 6 Explore to beat him. And he'll hit me for 2. That's pretty cool. So combining means taking 2 cards. So let's look at this. This is a perfect example. So you see these shields on the side? I can take 2 cards, combine them into 1 to gain a power token. However, you only get the lowest number on here. So if between the 2 and the 1, I would only get 1 power token. If I had a 2 and a 2, then I would get 2 power tokens, but it'll just be 2 for you to use. This thing says combining, if I decide to combine, I could combine, and instead of getting 1, I would get an additional power token, making it 2. I draw a card. I get the ability to potentially beat him. So any Veil Ray gains 1 spirit, or each Veil Ray chooses or each other Veil Ray chooses 1 memory to discard, but no matter what, you get 2 explore. Well, I don't feel like having him punch me for 2. So this is my key getting stuff. I think I'm... there's a key somewhere, and I'm hurting myself from getting it. So, but I don't feel like getting punched for 2 right now, although I can heal it if he hits. I'm okay with waiting. I'm okay with waiting. I'm okay with waiting. I'm telling myself that. So, my action... The reason why I'm okay with waiting is because there's a key that I want to buy, and keys cost Explore to get it. Right now, I have 6. I can block 1 damage from coming in. I'm already at max. I can block 1 damage from coming in with the Memory of Cold, which I'll take 1 damage. But I could draw another card and then prep myself for the next round where I could kill him, heal back up, and be all good. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a card. And I get a Memory of Veil. This works. I have 5 cards so far. This is going to shift to the back. And then I'm going to tilt this to get a power token on it. And that'll end my turn. He's going to hit me for 2. So I go down to 18. And then we ready back up. He's still out. He's not going anywhere. We're going to draw a new card. It's an Engineer. Tinkering. Lose 1 spirit when you combine. So I gain an additional power token, but I'll lose 1 spirit. And he has 6 influence to beat him. And he hits me for 2, but heals me for 1. Cool. So I draw a card. And I get a Memory of Creation, which just does 1 heal if I use it. But this is my combiner card. I use that to combine. So, let's deal with our problem, shall we? So we're at 3, 4, and then I could play 2, right? For 6 to kill this guy. I kill him, he heals me for 2. He goes to discard. This will shift with the back. You don't discard the cards until the end of the phase. Just remember that. Keep it out. And then I'm going to tilt you for 1. And I'm going to put on a Memory of Cold on you. so I only take 1 damage. So his turn, he tries to hit me for 2, I block 1 damage, so I only take 1 damage. And then that's all that's happening, so we discard, flip these back, and draw our next fun thing. Another alchemist. And look, it's 7 instead of 6. I told you they're different. The last one was 6, this one's 7, see? So he's getting a little bit harder to fight. The key's next. It has to be next. So I gotta think about how this is gonna work. I draw a card. It says swap the position of any 2 actions. Okay. Oh, and I did use this. So that's fine. Swap the position. I forgot that last time, so I have to remember to get rid of that action. Okay. Swap the position of any 2. Okay, well, you're at 2. Oh, and draw a card. Oh, or did I draw a card? I think I just drew a card. So, what are we looking at? We're looking at Explore, and we're looking at Influence. Well, I can swap Influence. Right now I'm at 2, 4, 6. I can keep 1 of Influence if I swap it, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to kill the engineer, because he doesn't heal me for as much as I care for. So it's going to be 2, 4, plus 2, 6. That'll kill him. I will heal for 1, going up to 20. Shift, shift. And then I will tilt you for 1. Yeah. Your turn, you're going to hit me for 2 damage. 1, 2, going down to 18. And that will end the round. Flip back. Draw a new card. There's the key. I knew it was next because there are 5 cards per. It's just at the bottom of the stack. So the key doesn't attack you. It just kind of sits out there begging you to pick it up. 2, 4, 6, 7. I have enough to kill him now. I draw a card. Another swap, which is great. This is really great. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do a swap. Swap this one and this one. So now it's at a 3, 4. Oh, I still have to use 2. I'm actually not going to do that. I still have to use 2. Can't be helped. So I can pick up that key. I want the key. I want that key. I really want that key. If I get the key, it gives me some abilities. It lets me take an additional turn, or I can flip. So I can turn it to take an additional turn, or I can flip it to get a fight action. Remember the scenario. If I defeat a key, I heal for 2. So I could go 1 more round and heal back up. Oh, let's do that. So 2, 4. It's probably going to take me forever to get this key again. We're going to go 2, 4, 6, 7 to kill the alchemist. To gain 2 health. Probably shouldn't have done that. I should have combined. Whatever. I'm going to regret that. That's probably a turning point for my loss. He's out. I'm going to tilt for some influence. That's going to end my turn. Alright. He's up. Okay, next up is an explorer. Alright, so this is different than a foe. This is a threat, right? She's a scout. When she's defeat, look at the top 3 cards of your deck and rearrange them in any order. That's when I beat her. So that defeat means when I beat her, this happens. She doesn't heal me, she just hurts me. And you see that 6 and that 7? I don't have to do both because there's not a star next to it. I just have to do 1. So threats, you do 1. Foes, you have to do all. Gonna draw a card. Interesting. Use 1 additional action, then add 1 power token to any action. So that's one of my upgrades. Okay, how can I kill you quickly? I can't. I can put a... Can't. I just can't. need to draw a card. I'm gonna draw a card. Okay, that's better. Got a Memory of Redemption. Then I'm going to play swap positions, swap these two. Then I'm going to get an additional action. So my additional action is going to be this. So 3, 4, 5, 6. Kill her. And I'll deal with her ability in 1 second. Which will push here, here, and here. Then it says, then add 1 power token to any action you want. Boom. And that'll end that. Her thing says when I defeat her, look at the top 3 cards of my deck, which is a Memory of Redemption, Memory of Cold, and a Memory of Strength, and put them back in rearrange them in any order that I want. I'm going to do Memory of Redemption at the top, Memory of Strength, and then Memory of Cold. And she is defeated. And then I get to tilt. Yay! And that ends my turn with that lovely, lovely key haunting me. What? Okay. Stop. Cutthroat. Sneak. Blade. Exhaust an action. It will heal me for 2. I'm already at full health. It'll heal me for 2. It'll hit me for 2, and it costs 5 fight to beat. I have to exhaust an action. Oh, first let me draw my card. So I know what my card is, right? Because I put it there. But my action I will exhaust is... Okay. How do I get that? Well, first, let me kill this guy. Be wasting stuff. Don't like wasting stuff. I might need that heal later, but let's get ready to get this key. So I'm going to actually attack the guy for 3, 4, 5 to beat him. I don't get the healing because I'm at max health. It shifts. I'm going to tilt this for next round, and I can get the key next round. So that ends that. Should have let him live. Next up, the Believer. I'm a believer. Defeat. Search your deck for 1 memory and add it to your hand, then shuffle your deck. So search my deck for any 1 memory, and add it to my hand. Draw a card. I get a Memory of Strength, because you know that's what was coming. So, killing you. What I want to do. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to play this, my second swap. Swap this and this. Then I'm going to play 3, 4, 5. Kill this guy. Who then says, search your deck for 1 memory and add it to your hand. So, what memory do I want? I got another memory at home. I want this take an additional action. Then it says shuffle your deck. Add it to your hand, shuffle your deck. And I'm going to tilt you. Now I'll end my turn. Oops. And that'll end my turn. Okay. Next up. Another key. So I got 2 keys this round. Okay. And my draw is a Memory of Blood. It would have been what I wanted, but it's not. So I got lots of fight in me. But we're going key hunting. So it's 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5, sorry. So that's 5. I pick up the key. And when I defeat a key, I was supposed to heal for 2, but I'm already at full health. So I did that. Goes back. And if I had Can you get more than them at the same time? You can't, because once you use an action, you can only use it once. So we got a fight coming for us. So I'm gonna tilt this and get this. Because the first evil spirit should be showing up. Alright, so tilt. And there she is. Alright. So I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna beat her in one go. She comes out, discard one power token or exhaust one action. I'm gonna discard this power token, so I don't exhaust one action. So, you ready to see me beat her? Okay. My first round. 3. So, one of these items is defeated with a 3. Shift, shift, shift. My second round, I'm going to use an additional action. 3. So, goes on here for beating that. Shift, shift, shift. And then, finally, I'm going to take an additional action. 3 to beat her. Shift, shift, shift. And she's defeated. And when you beat a foe doesn't go to discard. It goes over here to the defeated foe. They don't come back for you. I just beaten one of them. And you just watch me use 3 actions in one turn, which is fantastic. I can't tilt anything because I used all the action. But that ends the turn. Do that. Turn them all back. So this is still available to me to flip. If I flip it, I lose it. You can't say flip, then tilt. The flip is the last thing. If you flip it, you're done. He's gone. He's gone. Okay. Did I draw a card when she came out? I don't think I did. I didn't draw a card when she came out. I'll get my card. One-shotting a boss. Nice. Yeah. I didn't draw a card when she came out, so I just did. Okay. Next up is a champion. When I defeat her, ignore 1 anima threat this round. So if I... Wow, she has 7 fight, too. Takes... I can beat her. I can beat her. Yeah, I can beat her. So it says, ignore 1 anima threat this round. So that basically means... So... this is a threat that's a Deja, right? When it says anima, I want you to see this. This is a threat that is a Deja. On here, and I'll look in the discard pile. This is a threat that is an anima. So basically, it says when I beat her, if a threat is an anima, I can ignore it. That doesn't mean I discard it. It means it just does nothing. All right, I'll draw a card. Got a memory code. It has no dice. That has something sort of kind of to do with it. Okay, so let me beat her real quick. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that is 7 to beat her. She's gone. Shift, this shift. And I need to get that key. So I will tilt this to get 1 there, and I could get the key next round. That ends my turn. Another one of those things are going to come, so I got to be ready. Tilt these up. A changer. And if you're looking at these cards and you've played Gloomy Killforth, just know that these are the heroes from Gloomy Killforth. They've just been transformed by the breaking of the world. Defeat. Put this Deja threat from the discard pile. Wait, what? Warp. Defeat. Put the top Deja threat from the discard pile back into play. Oh, okay. You haven't shown up yet. So I was like, no, I don't want to do that. I draw a card. Okay, so what do we gotta do to beat you? I want my key. That's what I want. I can get the key, and I think I can beat her once I get the key. 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, I can. I can beat her. Here's how I beat her. I'm going to tilt this for 2, 3, 4 to get this key. And I would heal for 2 when I get that key, but I already got it. This is going to shift this and this. Did I do this right? 3, 4, 5. Yes. Then I'm going to take an additional turn. I want to show you this key, what it says. Turn, take an additional action, and flip it to get a power token on influence. So I'm going to turn it to take an additional action, and then I'm going to flip it to get an extra power token. And my additional action is 3, 4, 5, 6. She is defeated. If another one comes out when she's defeated, there shouldn't be any other change around. Yeah, nope, no other change around there. So this will shift, 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 and then I'll tilt fight. Oh, nope, sorry. +1. And that's me. Alright, so this goes here, here, tilt, tilt. I still can add 1 fight to this if I need to, but let's see what's happening next. I really like this card. So there's 2 cards of that. One card I really hate, which is called the what's his name? The Pariah. So the Pariah goes in your deck and just wastes your time. This card wastes your time, but at least it heals you for 1 while it wastes your time. So she comes out, she's just 3. She might hit me. Memory of Strength is done. And because the deck is empty, all you do is just shuffle it. It doesn't penalize you for running out of cards. You just shuffle up what you got. And stop her from hitting me at least once over 1 damage. I think that's all I can really do. And that's all I really got. So, shuffle that up. Okay. I'm going to draw a card. Gives me a memory at home. I'm going to tilt you. Get 1. And then I'm going to put down a memory cold on you so you don't hit me for 2, you only hit me for 1. So you will try to hit me for 2, but I block 1, so I go down to 19. Nothing else crazy is happening. Get rid of those. Next up. So when I beat her, this card's coming back out. So we've got a problem. We got ourselves a problem. We got 2 enemies. I draw a card which is Memory of Veil. So great, I can get another key if it ever shows up. But we need to do some fighting. 3, 4, 5, 6. So I can kill you, but you'll bring the other one back out. I don't want to do that right now. So I'm just going to do my 3 here. Bring this, this, this. Oop, wrong one, wrong one, wrong one. 3. Throwing this and this. To beat you. You go into my discard pile. And then I will tilt you for 1. You're going to hit me for 1, taking me to 18. Flip, flip. Next up, the Key of Valor. Next key is up. Look how much it costs, 7. Okay, so can I get that key? I'm at 3, 4, 5, 6. No. What about fight? 3, 4, 5, 6. So I can beat it, but the next one's going to come out and hit me. Hey, Steven, question. So the changer, does it always happen? Like, can you ever not get rid of the changer? So like for instance, I beat this changer. It says defeat. Put the top Deja threat from the discard pile in play. So this one goes out, this one comes in. When I beat that one, does that one go out and that one come in? So basically they're just popping between each other like this the entire time. If that's the case, I'm always taking 1 hit from them when they appear. And that's probably why there's 2 of them. So beating her makes no sense. getting the key makes the most sense. So let's do that. I'm going to draw a card. It'll give me a Memory of Blood. That's how I'm reading it, unless there's nothing that says that that's not how it works. So that's how I'm reading it. That all they're doing is just staying out forever, popping between each other as you defeat. So it's no point in fighting them. And then I will tilt 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, which is enough to get a key. So I'll tilt. Is she a Deja? If so, then defeating her would put that loop in. She's an anima. She's not a Deja. If so, then defeating her. Oh, put the top Deja back into play. Gotcha. So I screwed that up. The top Deja would have been this. I see what you mean. The top Deja would have been that from the last turn. She would have came back into play, and I'll take the 2 hit for that. That makes sense. That makes sense. Now we're caught up to where we're supposed to be. And I'm going to roll this back. So now that makes sense. So you're an anima, so as long as she's alive, you're not going to hit me on the next turn. But I need to kill her because I just do. 7, huh? 3, 4, 5, 6. Only got 6. I could combine to get 7 to kill her. Which is probably what I need to do. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna combine these two. What's the next? Asia. Oof. I'm gonna combine for these two to get 1 power token. Then it's gonna be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Boom. Kill you. Have to roll it back. Okay. 3, 4, 5, 6. Tilt. Get that. Actually, I wouldn't combine my cards. I'll flip this over to get that extra fight. I wouldn't combine. I'd just lose the. So then instead of tilting you 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, tilt you to get the 1 here. Then we're done. You're gonna punch me for 1. Wow. Going down to 15 health. Clean this up. Yeah. The Deja, that's what got me. Tag. Okay, next monster. Nature Spirit, which I'm not ready to one-shot this one. So, Nature Spirit pops in. I can't one-shot her. And I don't feel like fighting the champion again. So I might take 1 hit, so let me see about dealing with you. Can I get the key? Oh, I need to draw a card. Get a Memory of Blood, which we knew was there. So I can get the key. I'm going to get hit for 3 this round. Oof. If I don't get the key, I'm still going to get hit for 3 this round. So let's prep ourselves. So we'll do 3, 4, and 3, 7. To defeat a key, when you defeat a key, heal 2. 1, 2. Going up 17. Then let's start working on this lady so we can get her prep. I'm going to take an additional turn to hit her for 3. So I hit her influence. Okay. And that ends my turn. So I'm going to get hit for 3. 1, 2, 3, 14. Then next problem. Another champion. Ooh boy. So ignore an anima, so I won't take any hits from you, but I'm going to take 4 damage this turn if I'm not careful. Alright. This was 3, 3. Use that. swap the position of any 2 actions. Need an extra action. Then I can kill her. Oh. This is 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna get hit for 5 damage this round. Yikes. Well, no, I'm gonna get hit for 4. Ignore. Oh, when I defeat her, I ignore. When I defeat her, I ignore 1 anima threat. Oh, the other one was out. She was there. I should be at 15. Screwed that up. Got it right. Got it right. When I beat her, I would have ignored this. So I'm gonna take 5 damage this round if I'm not careful. I just need an extra action. That's all I need. Need an extra action. Well, this is gonna hurt. Fight. And I'm gonna flip this card to gain 1 healing. Bring up 16 for the 5 punches I'm gonna take. I'll beat her next round and heal for 3. Then I could try to beat the champion next. I'm gonna tilt you. Get +1. That's all I got. So she is going to hit me for 2, 4, 5. Going down to 11 health. Oof. Round it around. Please be a key. Give me a break. Not a key. It's not a key at all. You may lose 2 spirit to discard this threat from play. Okay. So draw a card. Come on, I need an extra turn. I just need an extra turn. So I'm going to do 3 here to kill the nymph. Get 3 health. 14. What the heck can I do? I can lose 2 health to get rid of him for taking a hit, still 4 damage, so I'm going to lose 2 health, 1, 2. Get rid of you. So that's 3 damage coming. So what's next? I could beat you for 6. So I need 2, 3, 4, 5. 2. So I'm gonna tilt you to get 1 to beat you next. And that'll end my turn. You're gonna hit me for 3. 1, 2, 3. I'm down to 9 health. Ready up. Key of Sight. That's at least a break. Draw a card. Get a Memory of Redemption, which is fantastic. But we need to play this right. So we're going to do you, swap these 2 around. Then we're going to attack with 4 + 2 for 6 to beat you, which ignores this hit this round, so I don't take any damage. Move you to the back of the books. And let's start building you up. You can't hit me this round because I've stopped that from happening, but you're going to bring her back, so I need to prep for that when I kill you. So, turn. Okay. 9 health, not a good place to be. Oh, I like her. I hate her, but I like her because it says, played. Reveal threats until you reveal a key. Put it into play and then shuffle the rest. So, let's find the next key, please. Key of Light. That's the last key. And then I need to shuffle this. Yep, so that's the last key. So I got to get both those keys and then book it to the portal like nobody's business before I die. Ooh, this is gonna be a close one. Gonna be a close one. Okay. Shuffle those up, put them there. So the key comes out. I've got 2 keys out. Those are the last 2 keys I gotta get. You're out. You're there. You are, it's an anima threat. Oh, you would come back out, actually, if I beat first. I draw a card, which gives me an additional turn and a power token. That's what I'm talking about. So, I can beat you. Yes, that's what I want to do. I'm going to beat you for 4. Like this. Boom, boom. So now you'll get summoned when I kill her, which is fine. Perfectly fine. Can I get any one of these keys? 3, 4, 5, 6. I could get a key. I could get a key. So I'm going to take an additional action. 3, 4, 5, 6. To get the key of sight. Giving me 2 health. 1, 2 to 11. And I get to put a power token anywhere I want. It's going right there. Then I'm going to tilt, get 1. And that is going to end my turn. Yes, that's going to end my turn. So you're going to hit me for 1 going to 10. Nature Spirit. Throw in the Archfiend for fun. No. No. Okay, so the Nature Spirit's up. Draw a card. Memory of Redemption. So let's do this for 1. Take another turn. Do this for 2. I only take 1 round of a beating. And then I'll do this for that. And so that's 3, 4, 5, 6. That'll put me closer. So I'll save that for later. Okay. So that's going to end my turn. I'm going to take 2 + 1, 3 damage, going down to 7 health. Ready back up. Draw threat. And if I defeat her, ignore 1 Deja threat this round. 6 fight, doing 2 damage. Ouch. Well, first, draw my card. Memory of Veil. But I can't. I can get the key now, so it's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's enough to get the key, but I have to beat her. So doing 3 to beat her. There's 1 more of her somewhere. Healing for 3, 2, 3 going up to 10. Farfignugan. Don't have enough fight. That'll end my turn. Actually, let me power up. Then that'll end. Gonna get hit. That's 3. Yeah, that's fine. I'm gonna get hit for 3, so the 3 I healed goes away again, so I'm back down to 7. Next problem. Mystic. I think, yeah, that was the last key, so there's really nothing to do. There's really nothing to do. Okay. So ready this up. Draw my card. Memory of Blood. Ignore a Deja threat so you won't hit me when I kill this one. So it's 3, 4, 5, 6. killing the Brave. And it says ignore one Deja threat. You are a Deja, so you are ignored. You are not. I'm gonna tilt you, get one here. I'm going to heal for 1. Get 8. That's my turn. You're the only one that's going to hit me. Take me back down to 7. You don't get to do anything. Discard. Flip. Next card. This is getting hard. Good night, Mel. Thanks for joining. Thanks for joining. All right. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1 away. Draw a card. I need an extra turn. That's what I need. For this to work, I need an extra turn, and I'm not drawing those cards. So I don't want a 6 to come back in. I'd want a 5 to come back in. So let me do that. 3. And I'll spend this Memory of Redemption with 3 and a 5. Kill you, put you here. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have enough to get that. But I'm going to take 3 damage, going down to 4 health. Okay. Up. New one. Oh no, it's the same one. Look at the top 3 cards of your deck and rearrange them in any order. Draw a card. Take an additional turn, which is what I was hoping for. So. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Get the last key. It is getting down to the wire. When I get the key, I heal for 2. 6. I'm at 3, 4, 5. I'm going to take an additional turn. 3, 4, 5. Not using that token to beat you. Do I want to beat you? No, I'm going to beat you. So you're beaten. Then I'm going to... I want to take 3 damage. I'd rather take 2 and then beat you later. I'm going to tilt you. I could get rid of her now, but it's going to bring the other person back in and attack, which I don't want. This one, I ignored Deja threat, so I'm only going to get hit for 1 this round. I'm going to do that. And that's going to end my turn. So I ignore you. You're going to hit me for 1. I'm going down to 5. Discard. Tilt. Tilt. Seraph. Gonna hit 2. Ooh. Draw a card. Draw 2 memories. I'll take that. So play that. 2 memories, please. I get. Okay. I get enough. So then I'm going to. Oh my gosh. I'm going to kill this one. 2. Not even worth it. It's not even worth it. 3 plus 1 is 4. I'm gonna kill you. Go into my discard. I'm okay with you. Tilt you to get 1 on there. That's gonna end my turn. Get hit for 2. 1, 2, going down to 3. Next up, lose 1 spirit when you combine. 5 influence to beat, so nothing but influence. Ready these up. I draw a card. Swap. Okay, so I'm going to play this card. Swap these two. Kill when I kill you. Kill. I'm going to 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Nope. Sorry. 3, 4, 5. Kill you and heal 1. You are a Deja. I'm good with that. Then you are going to finally take your face off. Oh, I can't. Who can I kill? Nobody. I'm going to take 2 damage. Kill. Yep. Take 2 damage. Nothing I can do about it. I'll end my turn. Take 2 damage. 1, 2. This. I might have lost this one. There's the last nymph. So let's see what happens. If I beat this nymph, the portal pops up and then I have to get out of here. But let's see. I block a damage shot coming through, but I don't know if that will matter. Should have beaten the Explorer Scout. Really should have done that. Yeah, I think I lost this one. The only way I can survive this is to be able to draw 1 more card that has taken action. Block. I mean, yeah, but I gotta kill some. But it's 2 no matter what. I think I might have lost this one. Actually, I'm going to. Oh, this is gonna be tough. Okay, so I've got 1 here, which will put 1 here. So that's not enough to kill you. I would have to kill you to win, to continue. It would be 3, 3, but then I would need the other 3, which I can't do. Yeah, I don't think there's a winner in this one. I think it came down to the wire and I didn't make it. I could draw a card, but the only thing I could draw if it says take another turn, but it would only be 1 extra turn. Which I need everything I could get here. Or what I can do. Okay. We're gonna throw this all on chance because otherwise I lose. Here we go. First action. 3. Boom, boom, boom. Second action. 3. Boom, boom, boom. Flip to draw a card. Nope. Nope, that's not gonna do it. Where was it? It was way too far. It was 3 cards down. Which means if I would have beat her, I would have gotten it, and then I would have been able to win. But, so do that, to flip that card to draw a card. So let's finish this off. Block 1 damage coming in for what all that's worth. And that's it. That's all I can do. I'll tilt. Get 1. They attack. 2 plus 1, 3, which takes me to 0, and I lost. I was close. I was close. I was really, really close. So I lost that. I lost 6, and I have to replay that one. So that's my second loss of the entire campaign. But it's a whole new, different set of cards of how you play and the strategy on how you can try to win. Wow, that was hard. That was difficult. I had 1 nymph left, and basically what would happen now, let's say I lucked out. I lucked out. Let's say I lucked out, and I take an additional turn. And I use this, and I use this, and I kill her. I get 3 health, I take 2, I go down to 1. The portal would come out. I then take all this deck, take the Archfiend, and I shuffle it in. Then it's my turn. I would have won if I didn't draw the Archfiend, so I shuffle that in, and the first card I pull over to come in. My next plan was to say I'm going to flip this card to gain 5, and then go through the portal and win the game. But it was... I was holding on to that flip. But it's what it is. And if you know, this is an upgrade that says, see the flip, add 5 power tokens to this card. So I could flip this, get 5 power tokens, and then do it. So that was the only hope. If I got 1 additional action, it would have done it. But it didn't work. It didn't work. But now you got to see Veilwraith for people who are like, I want to play it. I want to see what this game's about. This is what it's about. It's a good match, though. It was a good match. I came close. I came really close. I'll get it next time. I'll get it next time. But it was a lot of fun. You got to see Veilwraith, which was actually my #1 pick for games that I've played from January until now. Right? This is my #1 pick for that. I think this is a great game. I think you should give it a shot. The strategy behind it and how you build that up works. I've already beaten the base game, so I've already beaten all those foes and all that. This is Absolution, and Absolution is the Kickstarter, is the expansion to Veilwraith that came with the Kickstarter if you backed it, but you can also go on All or Nothing Productions' website and get it. I did mention an honorable mention. I did say that. I want to give my honorable mention shout out. So let me pull that up and we'll do that. This is something that's not coming out this year, but it's something I want people to be aware of. So let me pull this up here. Spire's End Hildegard. This is my honorable mention for anticipated Kickstarters. This is not going to deliver in Q1 of next year, but it's something I want people to be aware of. Greg Favaro and his team has done a fantastic job. I got to playtest this. It's fun. It is so much fun. I want to know what's going to happen. It's out of the 15,000, he's already got that. He's got 3,676 backers with 20 days to go in the campaign. And yes, I backed the $40 one for Spire's End that's going in. And already back? That's awesome. So this is a really great game. If you play Spire's End, it's like that, but it's a lot in terms of it's not as dark. And there is the premise of that you are Hildegard, which is one of the characters of Spire's End. And this is kind of a prequel to Spire's End. This is a prequel. And you go through her journey as you're trying to find what's doing. You fish, you fight with a slingshot. You have decisions that you make. Backed and getting. Yeah, that's all. And I'm getting to the play, Matt. But the artwork on here is just beautiful. It is gorgeous. Look at the artwork on here. It is really well done. I enjoy it. I enjoy it a lot. This is the combat cards. So this is what these are the only things you can use to hit against this person. This is how much chances the sets is how much chances you have. This is how much you have to hit to beat them. This is how much they roll against you, I believe. I can't remember. Oh, no. This is combinations. So if you get this combination, you get a point. This is how much health they have, so how much you have to hit them for. And this is how much dice you roll, which is 4, and you have 3 chances, which is 3 sets to beat them. Greg, if I messed that up, I'm sorry. But that's how you beat them. And then once you beat them, you get to decide what you're going to do. This is combat, so there's two types of combat. There's face-offs, which is like a boss battle, like this one that you see here, where you take rounds. This is your health. Once this is filled up, you lose. You lose. This is there that you have to knock down 8 on them, but this is the combination. So basically, if they roll a die and they get a dot without getting a 0, without getting a circle, they don't hit you. So they have to get a circle, a dot, a half circle, going in that order. But they have 8 health, and this is your health. And if you win or lose, you pick up a set of cards and go to the next thing. So that's like the face-off stuff. There's also targets, and targets are just regular combat where they don't roll against you. They're not fighting you, you're fighting them, and whether you succeed or not, that determines your move on of how you move. So targets is you're fighting them, face-offs is you're both fighting each other. So, which is great. If you Greg added in a 2-player variant. Let me see if it's on here or yeah, it's further down. He added this 2-player variant on here, so you don't have to do it solo if you don't want to. Hildegard has a sister, Halvig. So Halvig, a second player can use Halvig, and you two can play the story together, or you can play it 2-handed. However you want to do it, it's up to you. So it's true solo or it's 2-player, however you want to do it, which is great. I actually backed 4 games this year. It was a hobby goal. 4. I did 4. I did 4 as well. So there's, Quackalope did some videos and reviews on it. Vorpal Board did a review on it. Oh my gosh, who's that guy? Who's that guy? Don't trust that guy. That guy's crazy. Look at this guy. Who is this guy? This guy's making videos. What? Who is this guy? Oh my gosh. And he's actually talking about stuff. You don't trust this guy? So there's tutorials there. There's unlocked stretch goals that are popping up as more money is coming in, which is great. It's 4 chapters. I've played through chapter 1. Chapter 1's awesome. I can't wait to play chapter 2. Then there is this beautiful playmat that comes with it. Yes, I am getting the playmat. I am going to be in the pledge manager putting into the $14 to get the playmat add-on for it, which is great. The art is fantastic. If the art is just beautiful to me. And then you got Meeple Mountain talking Vorpal boards of Dyson Men. Some dude named Derek, right? That guy. Some dude named Derek. Then you've got, tabletop upgrades and a bunch of other people giving some really nice things on it. But the art is just gorgeous. And then you just have he's given a timeline on how things are moving so far, right? Rulebooks looks like it's about 75% to 100% complete, which to me is really good. When we played it, it was pretty solid. But even he said that was early stuff, so it's been enhanced. But yeah. This dude seems to think it's good. This game is wonderful. The dice system coupled with a really fun story makes this a must-have for me. You trust that guy, right? And then, you click on that guy, and it goes to, oh, that went to Meeple Mountain. Interesting. What's the good of me? Nope, just go to Meeple Mountain. Oh, it's Meeple Mountain's story, that's why. It's Meeple Mountain's full reviews on there, if you want to read it. But, yep, that's me. And I want to thank you all, because, oh my gosh, he's doing a stream. I want to thank you all because as I go to Canje Studios, I see this. What the heck? 472 subs. That is amazing. Every time I look at that, and I do look at it, every time I look at that, I'm just in awe of it. And I'll go back up to the. You go back up here and put back up the sub. I want to say, I just want to say, thank you. Thanks for getting me to 400 subs. I appreciate it. I'm here to say I love this hobby. I love the community in this hobby. I enjoy just kind of coming in and playing board games. Clears my head. I work a stressful job, and being able to just kind of sit down and play a board game clears. There's a lot going on in the world right now. For me, I'm about earlier this week marked the 2-year anniversary of my father's passing. So, playing a board game helped. Playing Madara helped. And not only playing Madara with you. You came to the channel, you helped me with rules, you talked to me, you kept me distracted enough so that I don't have to think about it and I can kind of lose myself in the world of Madara or any other board game like Wraith or Mage Knight so that I could process, right? Instead of sitting in the loss, I processed it. And I processed it through board games. And then I worked it out. And I chatted with people. I talked to a lot of people about it. I didn't stay in the board game works to avoid. I just needed to process. And as I did that, it was really helpful. I'm not going to cry. As I did that, it was really helpful. And it's all thanks to all of you, to the YouTube subscribers, to the Patreon, to my friends, right? I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. Hold on. Woo! I'm not going to do it. Thank you so much. It means the world for me. To me. It means the world to me that I got this far. I didn't think I was going to get this far. I mean, I started this channel a year ago. And I recorded my first video and I put it up and I'm super nervous. I'm like, this is going to suck. It's not going to be good. But you showed up, right? Stop it. You showed up. And you were there. And I appreciate it. Okay? So, thank you. I'm not going anywhere. I'm here to stay. I'm going to be playing more board games. I'm going to be enjoying it. And I want you all to be there with me to any capacity. Showing up on the channel, chatting on the streams. If you see, if you see me in Facebook, just kind of flittering around, just be like, hey, and chat. I'm open to chat with all of you. Next year, Gen Con, I'm going. And I'm going there for the sole purpose to meet all of you. I'll be there to play games. I'll be there to hear my voice cracking, right? I'll be there to play games. I'll be there to go to the dealers' rooms and experience Gen Con because I've never been before in my entire life. But my number one purpose is to meet all of you. If you go to Gen Con next year and you see me, call my name, pull me to the side. Let's I want to take a picture with you. I want to hang out. I want to play board games with you. Because the reason why I'm able to do this and take this thing off of me is because you show up. You're there. You're cheering me on. You're having fun. No, it's at the side of my eye and I pulled it back. So thank you so much for the 400 subs. I appreciate it. Our next stretch goal is 5. If we get there, we'll make this happen. I'm going to be playing board games. I'm going to be chatting with you all, being silly, having fun. Thank you. All right. Are y'all trying to make a brother cry? Jeez. Trying to pull it out of me. So I'm going to close out with that. We've had some fun, so we've been on for about 2, which is good. If you have any questions, let me know. I'm here. I answer all questions. I'm an open book. If you're like, I don't want to call you Canje, what's your name? My name is Derek. So thank you so much. Yeah, it is Brian. Get Gen Con. I'm there. Pull me to the side. Let's play some games. I don't have anything else to say. I really don't. Thanks for the 400 subs. Patreons, man. Patreons, I love you guys. You know that. I say it to you in the Discord all the time. Thank you so much for being there. Thank you so much for helping me support my board game addiction, building the the shelf of shame that I have. But I've gotten through a lot of it because of you. So I played a lot of the games, and there's much more to come. I've got Matches of Madness I'll be playing. Tainted Grail is just sitting on the shelf begging me to play it. I've got Black Rose Wars. I've got Nemesis that's going to be coming soon. Infinity Defiance that I keep getting asked when I'm going to go on to the next scenario. Infinity Defiance is coming back, and I'll be playing that as well. So there's a lot of games to come, a lot of Kickstarters that are going to be delivered that I'm going to be playing on the channel. Some Kickstarters, as soon as they show up, they're hitting the table, like what Veilwraith was. Oathsworn's one of them. So yeah, emotionally putting me through the ringer on this. Thank you so much, everybody. I appreciate you so very much. Thank you for the 400 subs. Let's make it to the next milestone. We're gonna do something else. Cool. Have some fun. Come chill. Maybe I might grab a scotch or a bourbon or something and drink that while we play some board games and have some fun. Okay. All I have left to say is insert comment here. Bye, everybody.